Happy Tuesday, friends! I am here to read a very neat story to you. It's written, well, not written, but designed a little differently than books that we've read before. Now, we are talking about plants this week, and along with this activity, you have a little sequence of how to grow a garden. But while I'm reading, I want you to listen for different plants, maybe information about those plants, and just enjoy a story, an adventure together. So our story today is called Tops and Bottoms. It's adapted and illustrated by Janet Stevens. Adapted means that this was a story before, but this author decided to change it up a little bit. Now, when we look at the spine of a book, it keeps it together, right? This spine is actually at the top. So this book opens like this. It's very different. So I'm not used to holding a book like this. So let's see how it goes. Tops and bottoms. Oh, I already see some vegetables. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. So he has lots of things that he could also work hard on and be successful like his dad, but he just wants to sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in a very bad shape, which means maybe they don't have enough things for them to eat, or maybe because they don't have their land, they don't have any money. So they're not doing very well. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. So you can see they're in their burrow, down underground. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea. Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is the field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work, and you sleep. Huh? Said Bear. So, what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. I'll take the top half, Hare. Right? Tops. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. So he made a plan that he's going to do the hard work, and they're going to split or share the money from selling the stuff that they grow. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. That is an important part of a garden, is taking out those weeds that try and take the food and the water and the supplies away from the plants. When it was time for harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear! You get the tops and I get the bottoms. Bear slept as the crops grew. So he slept the whole time they were growing. But once they were ready, Hare said, Time for you to go. Get up. So when he asked him tops or bottoms, he was asking, when it's harvest time, What do you want to pick? Do you want to pick the top of the plant or the bottoms? Bear didn't really seem like he cared, but he chose tops. So Hare said, it's time to go. It's time to harvest. Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets, which means those are the ones that are the bottoms. They're in the ground. Hare plucked off the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Oh, so more information. It looks like he did the hard work of growing it, but those tops and bottoms are what they're keeping. So the bottoms, those carrots, radishes, and beets are the things that Hare will keep, and the tops are what Bear's gonna keep. See all the tops of the greens? Let's see what he's gonna have. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear wasn't very happy. He didn't have vegetables to sell because he only had the top leaf part. The hares had all of the vegetables that were in the bottom growing in the ground, so they could sell them and get money because we eat those things. We don't eat the leaves on the tops of carrots, beets, and radishes. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. They are hard workers, but they're also very smart. So this season, remember, Hare and his family are going to keep what's at the top, and Bear will get what's at the bottom. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Let's see what they have. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. So those grow on the top, not in the ground. He pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. So there he is with all his lettuce. And look at Bear's pile. He's sleeping. Does that look like something you'd want to eat or that Bear could sell? He did get the bottoms this time. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You want this field again, Hare? You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right. Poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal." Do you think he's going to trick him again? He's a very smart gardener. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then watered and weeded some more. Maybe if Bear decided to wake up and help, he would know what's going on. He wouldn't be tricked. Bear slept as the crops grew again. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." He's really having to work hard to wake him up. Let's see, did he trick him? There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every cornstalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear, it's a done deal. So, do you think Bear is going to be happy? What part of corn do we eat? We eat the middle, the yellow part. We eat the corn. So is Bear getting anything this time? By now, Bear was wide awake. That's it, Hare, he hollered. From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles. Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. So it sounds like Bear is deciding that he's going to make his own crops this time. He's not very happy. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. So Bear learned his lesson. He can't just not do anything all day and expect to get something from it. Hare knew that when he was planting those things, whatever he planted, he wanted the things for himself. So he knew, if I plant radishes, they grow in the ground. I want those. When he was getting the tops, he knew he should plant lettuce because it grows on the top. Then he even knew to go to the middle for corn. So Bear learned his lesson. The end. Very cute story telling us about the tops of plants, the bottoms of plants, and one of them in the middle. I hope you enjoyed our story. It made me a little hungry for some vegetables and thinking about planting my own garden this summer at my new house. So maybe you'll be able to help your family plant a garden too. Enjoy your day, and I will see you soon.